Shields up, Iron Breakers. Rurikhan here coming at you with another video. Welcome back to Monster Hunter World. And in my last mixed set video, I asked you guys to go ahead into the comment section and tell me the name of one weapon for me to do a bit of a mixed set around. For me to kind of like look at that weapon, look at the potential skills that I would use if I was to use that weapon, and come up with a mixed set. But you know what was the other thing that I asked you guys on that same video, and immediately after the original request? I asked you guys, please don't ask me to do a bowgun because I don't know how to do bowguns yet. I've barely even scraped the surface by making my first heavy bowgun build in that specific video. And what did you guys go ahead and do? Huh? What did you do? You went into that comment section and you typed Karma Light Bowgun. Not most of you, but a lot of you went in there and just like, do Karma Light Bowgun, Karma Bowgun. Well, you know what Karma is? Karma's a
female dog.
Now me, on the other hand, I ain't no
female dog.
So I took your suggestion to craft the light bowgun Karma and make a build all around the light bowgun, and whether or not that build is good is something that I'm not entirely sure. Here's what I can tell for sure. I can kill a bunch of monsters with it. Here's another thing I can tell you guys for sure. It is a crap ton of fun playing this particular build, and therefore, in my eyes, it's already a success. Whether or not it is viable, I'm going to leave that to the bowgun experts, because like I told you guys in the previous video, I am not a bowgun expert. So, what is so special about Karma? So Karma has a couple of shots that it has rapid fire too. That's the way that I look at pretty much every light bowgun. I try to look at which ammunition type has rapid fire and then kind of build around that specific ammunition type. I'm not going to claim that that is the best way to work around light bowguns because, like I said, I have no idea how to play with light bowguns. This is probably the first time that I've made a conscious effort to make a light bowgun build. So, a couple of shots that instantly came to my attention was Normal Shots 2, that has rapid fire, and Spread Shots 1, that also has rapid fire. Another thing that I really liked that had rapid fire on the Karma was the Exhaust Shot as well. Now, the thing is, since I've never used Exhaust Shot, I'm not exactly sure how to use it, like when the effect is triggered, when should I stop using it. So if you see in the fight that is going on in this particular video, if you see me use exhaust in a wrong way, be sure to call it out. Just remember, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. But let's continue. So the whole point is I wanted to do a build that worked around using Normal Shot 2 and Spread Shot 1 as much as possible, because I like the rapid fire style. As a matter of fact, one of the things that I noticed, and I mentioned this in my Discord while I was testing out the build, was like, dude, can I please get like an auto fire button? Because I don't like spamming R2. I want to just like keep it pressed, because this thing fires like a goddamn machine gun at this point. That is exactly what is going on. And I don't know how else to tell you guys. It's a lot of fun. Let's go have a look at the build, shall we? So, naturally, the weapon itself is Karma. This whole mix set is around this weapon. Like I said, the whole point was to get a weapon and do a whole set around it. So the weapon is going to be Karma. I'm going to be socking it with an Expert Jewel. As a matter of fact, there is not a single ounce of attack boost in this set, and I will tell you guys why at the end. But we got Karma with an Expert Jewel. In terms of custom mods, I put 3 recoil suppressors in there, and you guys are like, oh my god, talk about overkill. The reason there's 3 recoil suppressors in there is because that is how much you need in order to not get pushed back whenever you shoot spread ammo 1. So with 3 recoil suppressors, you can basically shoot spread ammunition like you were shooting normal shots. Like you can actually move around while you're shooting spread ammunition. And one of the big things about the light bowgun is mobility. And for this specific playstyle, I just decided, you know what, I love the 3 recoil suppressor. I love the fact that I can keep pumping out spread shots like nobody's business. That's the way I'm going to be doing it. Whether or not, again, I'm open to suggestions. Then in terms of augmentations, I haven't really augmented it yet. I'm considering 2 things. We can either do an affinity augmentation, and if you do an affinity augmentation, you're going to get to 100% affinity so long as you are hitting a weak spot, which you should. A lot of the times firing this weapon, in my opinion, you're going to be shooting a monster in the head, even though in the specific case of the Kushala D'Ora, you would be dealing more damage if you were shooting at the tail. but since I don't have that much experience with light bowguns, and Kushala tail is so small that it's pretty much shameful, really, for an Elder Dragon to have a tail that small, but I would probably miss a lot, so I just pump him some rounds in the head. Now, continuing onwards, we got the Xeno'jiiva Headgear Beta with a Tenderizer Jewel 2. This is pretty much going to give you 1 flinch free. The only reason I have the Xeno'jiiva stuff in this set is because I want to get Razor Sharp Spare Shot. Now, this makes the build a little bit RNG, but in my opinion, it is essential to really have fun with this build. Then we got the Rathalos Male Beta to get that weakness exploit, also with an Expert Jewel, naturally stacking the weakness exploit of the Rathalos Male Beta with the Tenderizer Jewel on the Xeno'jiiva Headgear is going to give you 50% affinity when hitting weak spots, because it's going to fill out our weakness exploit. Then we got the Xeno'jiiva Claws Beta. Now here you guys might argue, Rurikhan, you should have gotten the Xeno'jiiva Claws Alpha because they have critical boost. And that is actually the more useful skill that you can get out of the Xeno'jiiva Claws Alpha. But the thing is, critical boost, in my opinion, for this particular build is not as important as increasing the damage on your normal shots. Again, this can change if you want to do a different variation of this build, but for my version, I like having Force Shot Jewel in here. Then we got also Xeno'jiiva Claws Beta. They give you 1 flinch free. It's not really relevant. Again, we got Xeno'jiiva Spine Beta, Blight Resistance level 2. Naturally, this is not a skill that I'm going for. The reason I like the Xeno'jiiva Spine is because it's got good decoration slots, so it allows me to get the set bonus while still having decent decoration slots. And here, you guys are going to look at this and going to be like, what the hell, Destroyer Jewel? What the hell is this? And the point here is, look, I've done experiments with this build, and I've actually put in a build that I would not use with this weapon just for the sake of testing out the damage. So if you guys check out the build that I did a while back, which is called Stick and Shield, that build pretty much has maximum attack, maximum might, friggin' 2 levels of critical boost, and on top of it, it has 7 attack I think I already said maximum attack. Basically, it's got almost all of the things that you could possibly want when it comes to damage. And the difference that I saw in the numbers was not that significant. So in my opinion, I placed in the Destroyer Jewel because when you break a part of a monster, it staggers him. And if you can get a monster to stagger often enough, that's going to be openings that you're going to get. Sometimes they will fall over. That's openings that you're going to get in order to go and do your Wyvern Blast special and then get some more damage in. So that's the way that I look at it. As a matter of fact, if I could, I would have put in 3 Destroyer Jewels, but I couldn't fit them in. Then the other jewel we put in is an Expert Jewel 1, increasing your affinity. Like I said, affinity is important though, because I want the crit as much as possible. And then we have the Lavazioth Greaves, which by themselves are going to give us spread and power shots, which is going to basically be, we're going to be able to do additional damage with spread shots and additional damage with normal shots because of force shot. And we're going to put another Destroyer Jewel in there. And then we're going to wrap things up with an Awakening Charm level 2. You guys are like, why level 2? Why not level 3? Why not level 1? The reasoning is level 2 is exactly what you need in order to get 1 additional round for normal shots 2 and 1 additional round for spread shots 1. Now, you can actually do only 1 level of Awakening. So like 1 release jewel or just like 1 free ammo up. You can do only 1 if you want to. And what that's going to do is that is going to increase your spread ammunition, but not your normal ammunition. If you do 2 of them, you're going to get both the spread and the normal. That's why I did 2 Awakening. So looking at our final skills, they're not going to look particularly impressive. We have Critical Eye level 3, Weakness Exploit level 3, Blight Resistance level 2, Free Element Ammo up level 2, like I said, Part Breaker level 2, Flinch Free level 2, which is not something we're looking for, Normal Shot, Spread, Power Shots, and the Razor Sharp / Spare Shot set bonus. Now, for those of you who don't know what the Xeno'jiiva set bonus is, it just causes you sometimes to not consume ammunition. And if you shoot something and not consume ammunition, you're going to be able to keep shooting without reloading. So sometimes you will have really long stretches of shots where you'll be able to continuously shoot without reloading. And in my opinion, that is fun. That is one of the things that I really like about this build, and that is the reason why I said, oh man, I really wish I could just like hold down R2 in order to fire instead of having to spam the button in order to shoot. Now, like I said, this build, in my opinion, it doesn't look particularly meta. The only real meta skill that I have in here is weakness exploit. So I think a lot of people are going to be looking at this and they're going to be like, oh, this does not seem like a very functional build. It feels weird, but that's the whole thing about building something around a specific weapon for me. I want to build stuff that takes advantage of that specific weapon. Now, naturally, one really important thing to me about this particular build is I want to get your feedback on it. What do you think about this build for Karma? And naturally, if you guys want to suggest another weapon for me to check out, do so in this video in the comment section. Remember, tell me the name of the weapon that you want me to do. A lot of you guys have actually requested for weapons that I've already done builds for, like a lot of the Charge Blade builds with elemental files. That's charged elements. Pretty much every time that I have an elemental Charge Blade with elemental files, I use charged elements. That build is very generic and works pretty much for all of those Charge Blades. I'm looking for stuff that is a little bit more out there. Like a lot of you guys suggested Gamma Pile Bunker. A lot of you guys suggested a bunch of other weapons that I could potentially use. I'm considering a lot of those, but yeah, keep those suggestions coming, you guys. I really like reading them in the comments. Just one thing that I would like to point out, a lot of you guys just outlined entire builds. That's not the point. The point is you tell me the weapon, I make the build. Okay, I don't want like entire builds of weapons. I want to look at a weapon and I want to come up with my own ideas around it and then kind of present it to you like I did for this video. Now, not all of the builds are going to be like that. This is a bit of a separate type of thing from my regular mixed sets videos. It's just stuff that I grabbed from you guys and kind of put into a video. But let me know what you guys think about it, and thank you very much for watching. Remember, subscribe, hit the notification icon if you want to receive all of my videos. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.